It is 7:37 a.m. on a Tuesday morning, and it is officially day 21 of the government shutdown. So let's talk about everything you need to know about what's going on in Capitol Hill today and tomorrow. That's a very big deal. And just for context, my name is Camille. I'm a political reporter based in DC, and I cover Capitol Hill, Congress, and every single day of the government shutdown. So nothing you should know today. Both the Senate and the House are not taking up voting on any proposals to reopen the government, but we do have news about what's going to happen tomorrow. We are being told that Senate Republicans are going to move forward with scheduling a vote tomorrow to vote on a bill that would pay all essential federal employees. These are people that are required to go to work every day and they're not being paid. We're also told that that bill will include paying active military service members. I was not on Capitol Hill yesterday, but my colleagues were, and they asked the Senate Majority Leader, John Thune, directly asking him, hey, will this bill also include paying furloughed employees? These are federal workers that can't go into work, but they're also still not getting paid. And he said no. Now, some Senate Democrats kind of expressed some concern, saying that they have an issue that we're only paying some federal workers and not all of them. But I think the big question here is, will this bill garner enough support both by Democrats and Republicans? Oh, that's my coworker right now. He's saying I'm not cutting this apple fast enough. Anyway, what's pretty notable is that the House Speaker, Mike Johnson, basically came out immediately and said, hey, if the Senate passes this bill, then we will immediately bring the House back from being out of session and we will vote on this legislation because this is a really big deal. And mind you, the House has now been out of session for more than 20 days. And I've actually been talking to lawmakers almost on a daily basis, kind of asking them, what have you been doing during this time? Because you guys are not voting. That's a story for another day. Now, on today's series of what's the long-term impact of the government shutdown, I want to bring to your attention one story that two of my colleagues wrote. It was really great. It kind of talked about what the implications are going to be on the U.S.'s national security. And they basically said in this article how the federal agency that's responsible for overseeing the U.S.'s nuclear capabilities and their stockpile essentially announced that they're going to have to start furloughing a lot of, thousands of their employees because of the government shutdown. And I thought what was pretty notable in this story was that they're essentially saying, hey, we have to furlough 1,400 federal employees. At this point, we can only keep on staff 400 employees to kind of safeguard the stockpile. But they put out the statement being like, never in this federal agency's history. It was created in, I think, 2000. And they were saying that never in its history have they ever had to furlough employees. And they honestly felt like they had to put out this announcement and do this because they felt like they were left with no choice. I think one of the biggest reasons why they put out a statement is because they're really trying to show the gravity of what's happening and just the impact of how this government shutdown is impacting so many people's lives, but also having very dire implications for our national security and what that means. Stay tuned for more updates. I will be on Capitol Hill, as I mentioned, tomorrow, giving you hourly updates because if this bill really does